Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to do a little video on my lights here. So I'm going to stop up here and I'm going to give you a little tutorial on them and run through exactly what they are. But sorry that I'm screaming at you. My media mod took a dump on me, and so I have no external mic. So I have to yell so you can hear me. But there's a high beam, low beam, and off. So low beam and high beam. So if you want to know more, stay tuned, and I'll give you a little rundown on what these wacky lights I have on my 300 so I'm out here doing a little single track ride, and I have gotten a couple of questions about my lighting setup on my KTM 300 XCW, and this is a 2019 model, and essentially what we have here is just a pieced together, inexpensive option that anybody can go to the hardware store and come up with. So this in particular, the first and foremost, the thing I like the best is this center lights, and these are Wind Plus S-type fog lights. And so this is an AutoZone product, and these are actually Bluetooth adjustable for the color, the intensity. I really like these, and they are bulletproof. I've had multiple different sets of lights by S-type on my bikes, and they put up with the abuse. They've been down hard, thousands of off-road miles, and I have yet to have a single failure with the S-type. And so that particular thing is running in conjunction with the Tusk Enduro lighting kit that you can get from Rocky Mountain or a bunch of other places. So the Tusk kit has a switch that runs independently from the bike power, and that's on a 12 volt. So this is connected directly to the battery, has a fuse, and runs the tail light, brake light, and headlight, turn signals, horn, that sort of stuff. It allows you to then be street legal. It gives you a wiring harness for that lighting kit. So I have these lights hooked up to that circuit. So that's my 12 volt circuit. These lights are, again, adjustable. I have them about in the middle of intensity. This is not going to be good enough by itself for riding. More than anything, this is just additional lighting, and will not drain your battery when the bike is not running. These things, between the two of them, I think is only 13 watts. So it's not a ton of light output, but it is super bright that you can see it from a mile away. And again, this is not the brightest setting, and you can see it's pretty dang bright. These other two lights, three lights I should say, are running off of the KTM stock headlight circuit. So there's a pull knob for that. I have it pulled up and essentially in the up position all the time. And then with the Tusk Enduro kit, they give you this skinny switch right here, and it has lights off, low beam, and high beam. The problem is that when you try to wire it, when you go from low beam to high beam, it turns the low beam off, and that is very annoying. So I had to figure out how to run a little a breaker or a what is it called? Can't even think of it right now, but you have to run a little breaker in between the two circuits so that it flips. When you flip it to high beam, it also keeps the low beam on. So these are my low beam, and the center is a concentrated high beam. Again, These are an auto parts store product. I think they're called Cube Lights is what these are. And they come in, I believe, just individual packages. So you have to buy however many lights you want. I liked them because they do have the orange bezel that matches the KTM. And then this right here is McTuning. And I've had a lot of McTuning LED pods on multiple different bikes again. And they've been rock solid. So you could go on Amazon, eBay, and find any kind of pod. And all I did with this particular center one is I cut out a square from the headlight mask, and then I riveted in an aluminum plate behind it. And then off of the aluminum plate, I have mounting bolts on either side of it. So it's just fabricated, but it's rock solid. And then these are off of the triple tree. So there's multiple different mounting points on the back side of these Cube Lights, and these are off of the triple tree. And then these are flipped opposite of each other, zip tied together, and then mounted to the mask itself. So it's all pieced together, but I've had this set up on here for 3 years. Again, thousands of off-road miles, 0 issues. So let's go ahead and show you what they look like all fired up. So off, low beam, and the high beam. And again, these are color adjustable, so I could have blue in here, I could have red in the center. You gotta customize it. So, there she goes. The center lights you can't even see them really. There's low beam and then high beam concentrated in the center of the trail. Any questions, let me know. I'll put some links down below. Thanks for watching.